Said last week that, quote, every argument the Justice Department has made for putting Michael Cohen in jail applies to Donald Trump, unquote. What exactly are you saying with that? Are you suggesting that the prosecutors in the Southern District of New York should indict a sitting president?
Well, I'm suggesting a couple things. First, if they have proof that individual one directed and coordinated this scheme.
Well, they've asserted as much.
They have asserted as much. If they can prove it, then what is the argument to be made that Michael Cohen, a lesser player in that scheme, should go to jail? That the rich and powerful can't be allowed to operate by a separate rule? And the argument that Donald Trump somehow should escape justice. That just doesn't square.
Now, well, there is you know this, but there's just for people at home, there's an Office of Legal Counsel memo in the Department of Justice. I think it dates back to the Nixon years, but maybe I'm wrong. But it states that a sitting president should not be indicted. That's not a rule, it's not a law, but it's a suggestion from the Justice Department.
Well, two things. First of all, I was discussing what might happen when he leaves office.
Okay.
But I think actually when you look at the OLC opinions, there is a very powerful case to be made that you can indict a sitting president. It's more difficult to make the case that they should be tried while they're in office because that would be very disruptive of the president's responsibilities. But the only argument, and it was really not the focus of attention in those prior OLC opinions, the only argument was made was that it would stigmatize the president. Mm-hmm. Well, the Justice Department already crossed that Rubicon when they said individual number one, the president, was implicated in these two crimes. So that bar has already been passed. The bigger issue for me is, does the statute of limitations run on this? Is the president able, by staying in office, to somehow evade justice entirely? And the interest of the justice system in making sure that doesn't happen, I think, outweighs any additional stigma that an indictment would bring.